first thing, if you can, is just maybe well, just share that screen for me. But then and that's just down the bottom next to the mic.
Yeah, that's on.
Oh, actually,
What's open here?
Oh, you've done it already. You've got me. You're sharing screen. You've done well. Yeah, and just click on a tab up next to, so up the top there, that little plus symbol, right up the top on your screen.
Plus, this plus.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep. Just open a new one up. I wonder, have you been into Basecamp at all? Because what I thought we might, if you start typing Basecamp, because you would have been in the past, it may recall it. So if you just type Basecamp and see if anything comes up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just go enter. Perfect. That's good. And then let's just click on that Insights and Report one up the top. It just says you commented, as in Tony. Yep, perfect. Awesome. And just scroll up the top, because then we can work out what I think I know the ones. But as we go through, I could talk to you about a few things, because we always start with and let's open these ones. So if you just go to the last report, which is probably further down. So in March, it would have been last week. So a little bit further down. Yeah, down. Yeah, and down, and stopping here, around here, right? So just copy that. See how it's got see your insights. You can probably right-click on that Facebook yourproperty.com insights. You can right-click and open a new tab if you like. Yeah, and then if you click on that tab, you can have a look. And what we report on here is, so the first thing is we go and have a look at if you see how it's got page summary last 7 days, I just want to get you to click on last 28 days. In the middle there, it sort of says page summary.
Oh, yeah.
Page summary, just make it 28 days. And then scroll down a little bit. Right, so that's where you can see what's happening, right? So 40,000 people in the last 28 days have seen your post, 8,540 engagement, which probably a lot of it they're classing as you watching that video all the way through, right? That's what it's likely to be. You asked the question around, so because I just want to get Anthony on first, we'll come back to this. But that's where you find that stuff, right? Just so you know. Yep. Okay. So the next thing I'll get you to do is, we should be able to do this for all of them, because I think I put the links in for all. I'll get you to go, we'll go to our Facebook Ads Manager, but we'll open it using the Basecamp link again, right? So, because you asked me where do I find the campaigns, right? So if you right click on that, the same thing should happen, right? And just click on that over there. You'll see what's live. And you can close that little square, close that down, right? And basically, instead of seeing this month, just go lifetime, where it says on the right-hand side, it's got this month, March 1 to March 11. What you want to do is click on that drop down and just go lifetime, yeah? And then you can see, from when we picked up on it, right? And you can see what's sort of happening with all of those different ones. And that's what we talk about as well. While we're in here, I just want to make sure, I think Anthony, I don't know if Anthony can access this. So on the top left-hand side, you've got your 9 dots under the house. And we've got, I think, add account settings just on the right there. Yeah. So open up in a second, I think, or do you need to? I reckon that's still loading, I have a feeling. Otherwise, maybe click on that open payment settings. There you go. And scroll down. Just go down the page. You've got business info. Okay. All right. That's not what I want to see. See on the left-hand side, you've got, we're in the card details, and above the flag, I think that's probably the people details and the business details. So on the left-hand side, underneath your icon, click on that one. Go add accounts. Yeah. That's the one. This will be it. So that's what we need to see. Yep. And then just let that page load. You should be able to see on the right-hand side in a second. just click your cursor away from it. Just roll and then just go down. See, it says add account roles. I just want you to add in. So we've put this under. This is still sitting under your business account. So you're going to have to open business settings. Okay, let's see what you should be able to do. If you up the top where it says, you know what? On the left-hand side, let's see whether he's already a user. So if you go on the left-hand side up above accounts and you click on users, click on people. And you can see, so we can need to, so basically on the right-hand side where it's got that blue button, it says add. Can I get you to click on that? Yeah. And you're just going to add his email, which is Anthony at Diffy, D-I-F-Y, social.com.au. And then click on that below, I think, or just enter, maybe. Sorry, just click on the Anthony dot, the one how it's coming up below it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So for now, let's just go next. Employee access is fine. Yeah, and then so it's now, so on the right hand side, you're going to click on your property investing, where it's underneath trader. You go that one there, yeah, and then scroll down to the bottom of this one so that you can see insights, blah blah blah. Scroll down, and he can manage the page. So give that. So that means he could do things on Wednesday. Just go invite, yeah. Just go done. So he will have to accept that invite. But then he'll also probably have to do the same on the ad account. So on the right-hand side, the left-hand side under pages, where it says ad accounts, underneath it's got ad accounts. So same thing, we're going to this time, because you've now at least invited him, see what we should be able to do is go, that's your property. I think it's on the right-hand side, it says add people on the right-hand side there in the middle, sort of right-hand middle.
That bit there?
No. Oh, yeah, go there. There's two actually. Yeah, that's good enough too. Yeah, try that. His name or his email should come up now. Yeah, there it is. So just click on his email. It's interesting that you and I aren't sitting there as being. We probably got it elsewhere as well. Let's click on us as well, right? Just so that we've all got the same capacity, right? And then click on the top bottom right where it says manage ad account. Now we're putting us all up in the business manager as well, right? Just so you know. Yep. Let's go sign. One and just done. Yep. So that again, that means that once he accepts the invite to manage the page, by rights he should have access to the ad side of things. So, so that's that side of things. If you like, how you navigate back, you probably just go the 9 dots on the top there. You go 9 dots. Go ads manager again on the left hand side. Yeah. And that way it gets you back to where you probably normally want to be looking, which is here, right? So you can close the tab on the left. We've done what we needed to do as far as adding Anthony into that part. So you could close the settings one perhaps. So that should be okay. That tab just to the left of the one we've got open at the moment, you probably don't need that one open.
Hang on. That one?
Yeah, that one there. I don't reckon we need that one now. Yep, okay. You can leave this one open just so you've got it there and you've got it open. Then the next thing, you go back to Basecamp. We just get him onto LinkedIn. And so LinkedIn, if you scroll down, you're basically a little bit further. There you go. See that company? If you right-click on that admin one there and open link in new tab, and so then just drag it across to the right. Right, actually, it's okay there. It's fine. Just click on the LinkedIn tab in now. That's fine. Right, so see if you scroll down a little bit here. So scroll down a little bit, yep. See how you've still got 100 credits available to invite people to your page too up the top there. But so that's what we often tell people, make sure you're doing that because, don't let a month go by if you can. You can see that basically since we have been posting, you're getting, so 282 is up 200% on what was happening in the past, but That's probably because you're getting new followers. So you got 40 new followers over the last month, basically, or the last 30 days on the left-hand side.
Yep.
But what you can do that really helps, as I said, from an organic reach, there's nothing better now than LinkedIn. And LinkedIn's where a lot of your people are going to be, right? So that's sort of how you can really help yourself, help us sort of thing, if that makes sense, right? So just by keeping up doing the things that you probably do at times, right, in terms of connecting with people that you want to connect with, but also when you are connected, then make sure you invite them to your page so they can start seeing your post. And that will increase all this stuff. So clearly, the more people.
What do you mean? Invite those connections.
See
to
how it's got
follow?
100 credits available on the right hand side. See on the right hand side, it's got Philip Robinson, Robin Pereira.
I don't want him there.
No. But then you go see if you click on invite more collections, you can just go through any and all of those people, right? In terms of see how underneath Jeremy, it's got invite more connections. Then you can pick and choose all the connections you want to invite to your company, right?
And once I invite them, what did you say I do then?
Well, once you invite them, all it does is has a positive impact on how many people are seeing the company posts, right? Particularly if you're also engaging with them, right? So the two things that impact on the people seeing your posts on LinkedIn is firstly how many people are following the page, and this doesn't matter whether it's LinkedIn or everything else, right? So you want more people following the page, right? As many as you can get, and secondly, you interact every so often. So you go into the news feed, and when you see a post, you basically just give it a like. So that basically then tells the people you're already connected with, it attracts them to see the post as well. It helps spread it out, right? So that people that Tony's connected to, it says Tony liked this post or Tony commented on this post, right? And it does it whether you're posting on your own stuff or everybody else's stuff. It's how you sort of get more people seeing stuff. So just a simple matter of keeping on inviting people every month if you can.
Right.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever posted anything in here in this bit.
Oh, you don't? No, we are.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, we are. So you're not.
You don't want me to post anything.
No, we want you. You can continue to post as Tony. Knock yourself out if you want to do that. But what you could do is you could share it from here, right, into your own platform. That might help too. But just while we're in here, just
the other way back and from my, if I put a video.
Yeah, you could do that too. You can do that too.
You want me to or not?
Depending on how much you're doing, you can go either way. Yes, I mean you could do it from one way to here, but realistically, that's probably of less advantage to your business than going from here to you.
Right.
Because you've probably got more. Well, you've got more following than your business has at the moment, right? So it's better to take it from the business to you rather than take it from you to the business, because every chance they already see what you're posting, the people that are following the company, right?
All right.
Yep, because they're already connected to you. So probably that was a way of answering your question is no, don't post your stuff to here. There's not probably any point to do that. It just makes point to actually post the company stuff back across. Or just simply like it and comment on it, right? And you could do that when you view as a member. But so we'll do that in a second. I'll just get you to add me as an admin. I don't need to be a super admin, but add me as an admin and add Anthony as an admin as well. Just in the admin tools on the next to new. Yeah, that's it. And see how it's got manage admins. Yeah, that's the one. And just go add an admin and type in Anthony and space Niglia, N-I-G. Jeepers, you got a few. Yeah, he is the second one. Yeah, he's still not actually connected as a first connection. I give him content admin underneath super admin. Yeah. And then go save. And what I might get you to do, just because I think I'm just click on, I'll scroll down a little bit, just see what my role is. If mine's content admin, that's fine. Yeah, no, it's okay. I just couldn't add him. That's all. Because I just couldn't add him. Normally I've been able to add him, so I was like, why can't I add him? That's weird. Okay. So then just go back to view as a member up the top there. It's got view as a member. So what you can do every now and again is scrolling down, right? So now you're just in looking at your own company as Tony, right? So what you can do is you see your own post and you can engage with them as Tony. In other words, if you give it a clap as Tony, so you can see at the moment, probably what's helping is if I'm seeing it or if Anthony's seeing some of these posts, we're liking it. But it's helped a lot more if you like it as well, right? Because then it shares it to your network, not to our network. Yeah. So
Okay.
just so you know, and this is getting a bit technical, but giving it a like isn't as good as giving it a clap or a heart. If you
What's
give
a
it a clap
clap
or a
or a
heart, so if you
what?
run your cursor over a little bit again, so if you just run your cursor over it, so over that like,
Yeah.
see what will happen. I think if you just bring it over a little bit more, maybe you need to click on it. Maybe click on it and then click on it again, right? So now when you go over the top of it, usually it gives you the option to the different other ones. Just go see all post. Just click on see all post
Oh,
and scroll down. So you basically can see the ones that you've gone. And this is what you were saying before. For instance, if you thought this was good that you could share this across, um, you could basically just, see how it's got. So give it a like, for instance. So probably, as I said, that's probably me that's given. So there you go. So,
okay.
so give it a clap, right? Or a love.
Oh,
Yep. Then you go share. And you could say something about this, right? So this is actually saying what? It's saying avoid the pitfalls, right?
yeah.
Get in touch today, right? So something along those lines. So see below. I mean, you can do that, or you don't even have to write anything because people could read it. But really, it's generally good to have a little bit, particularly if you're going to do it. You just say one or two words just to to you know
How's that?
maybe let's scroll down. Is it relevant? What was the post? What does it say though?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, so avoid losing money. So I think you've got to. It's one thing to say
Oh,
property
yeah.
is booming, but it's like, it's more maybe not even avoid losing. Whilst property might be booming, it's like but beware where you spend your money or something or rather. So make sure you're getting best value for your investment or something along those lines, right?
There we go.
Perfect. That's great. And you could almost probably do that on most of the posts we do, right? You could almost have a standard thing. Look, you've seen the good and the bad and the ugly probably, right? So that's the
Yeah.
sort of thing you would do. That's perfect, right? Get a
Okay.
property coach, right? Because you probably don't know what you're doing, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. So yeah, that's how you can help that. The other one, I don't need to get him on Instagram or on Twitter, but I'll get you just to click I think if we go back to Basecamp, just double check. I don't think he's probably on YouTube or on Google. So if you go right click on your Google dashboard,
That one.
yeah, that one there. Open link in new tab. By the way, even your views here are up quite a bit. So I'll click on that in the next to LinkedIn, and then your B. Actually, I wonder which one you use.
That
I
one,
think
isn't
I
it?
think you use 900. Yeah. And go next. Actually, if it's
One.
not that one, I'll be able to see because I can see it. Give me a second.
That's all right.
That's your right phone number, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just confirm
So
it.
you could probably go confirm. It'll just send you a. I see it's got a recovery email as well, a different one again, but that's weird.
Now,
Oh,
what's it doing?
okay. I'm in and it's all verified. Um, yeah, so you're a primary owner. Let me see if I can work out what your email is. It is your Tony Harrington 900 at Gmail. So just try signing in again with that. You're in Chrome. Up the
Done.
top, up the top. get rid of all that link and just write Google.
Oh, here.
Yeah, just get rid of all the link up the top and just write Google. Yeah. And just on the right-hand side, see where those dots are next to that picture? And there it's got My Business there. Just click on My Business on that one there. Yep. Cool, that's it.
Okay.
And then on the left-hand side, if you just scroll down a little bit, you'll see users. So on the left-hand, yeah, bring it down and just go users. Just click that users. You can get rid of Andy. And just go remove, yeah. And just add users. As far as Anthony, just do Anthony's email, yeah. Anthony at difysocial.com.au. And then there he is down below, yep. And choose a role, just manager. Yep. And just go invite, and he'll get that.
Can I get rid of that?
You probably can. They're not doing anything with you now, are they? So,
no.
Yeah. Yeah, remove. Yeah.
Wonder what they would have had in there. What content would have been in there?
Well, it just means they can't access your content now. So that's the thing. So basically, they just have access to your Google in the same way as they had access to your Facebook and stuff, right? So, yeah, it probably protects you more to get rid of them now. So that's just done. And then let's do the same for YouTube. So on the right-hand side, you just add to do another plus because we don't report on YouTube. But yeah, if you click on YouTube, hopefully that'll open a different account. Yeah. And then click on your face up the top right there. Yeah. And just go settings down below. Down there. Yeah. And then it's got add or manage. Oh, no, sorry. Scroll down a little bit further. It should have add or, there you go, add or remove managers. And just click on your, manage permissions, sorry. Manage permissions, yeah.
How do you remember all this stuff?
I do it most days, so it's not
fair enough.
There you go. So this is going to send you that text like it did last time. So just go click send. I think you might have to send it. And it's sending it to what?
My phone.
It's just your phone, yeah, good.
Here it is. Oh.
Cool. Now click on that blue button again, that manage permissions. We should be able to see people now. And so again, you can take off Andy. Yeah, remove. And then we'll just click on the top right. It's got that little plus button there. I'll just do Anthony's email again. difysocial.com.au. And choose a role, just his manager. And go invite. Have you been adding anything in here? Some of those ones you did, they were good, those ones you did.
Yeah. I bought a whole new video system called Vidnami, and it matches all the pictures to your words.
Oh, right.
And I shot a few with this guy who's doing a bit of YouTube, Google stuff for me on my other YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're pretty good.
Oh, awesome. Done. Well, now you can probably just click on, if you go top right and click on your face again, you can go just your channel probably, is it? Oh, no, actually, maybe you just click on the red button on the left-hand side, yeah, or just click the red button there in the middle. It should go, yeah. You can close, and then, you just click on that, just go your channel on the right. That's the one. Your channel there, yeah. And there you are. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah, so we did these ones.
Oh, nice.
That one.
Are they on the website as well?
No, because what was I doing? I spoke to what I do, I make the video.
Yeah.
I send it to Rev.
Yep.
I get captions put. I think they've all got captions, most of those, I think.
Yep.
Then I get the transcript, because the transcript becomes
Yep.
a written blog.
Yep.
So then all I got to do is get the video from here to my website with the written thing,
Correct.
written
Yeah.
blog.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's right. They can just be added straight on. Perfect.
Yeah. So there's about 8 or 9 videos I made.
Awesome.
So I made
Well,
all them in about a day.
you're a master content creator.
It's easy as piss, mate. It's the best thing I can do. It's all the technical shit that stuffs me up.
Nice. Well, as you said, so getting them
I,
out, we should
I,
be
believe, I believe it's pretty simple to take a video from here and put it on your blog page, from what I
on the
understand.
website. It is. Yeah. So on the web blog, it's just a matter of adding media, and then it just inserts it into the page. Right? So it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can get them all put on there anyway. Put them on the web page.
Yeah. So the other thing, probably to show you, and
did you see this one here?
I haven't.
You watch all the want me to put it on for you for a second?
Yeah, go on. Yep.
You watch this one. You watch how good this is. See that?
Yep. Sweet. The other thing, it's nice because it's actually putting your people in there. Yeah, no, that's good stuff.
See the pictures that it comes up with?
Yeah. It's great.
It's a shit up program.
It is shit up. So that's the sort of thing probably we need to. So let's just go back now to your ads manager, which is your one on the far right. So on your far right, top tab. Oh, yeah, far right. Yeah, and let's look at, just so you know, with these. Before I look at the campaigns, I'm just going to get you to click on one other thing, right? So firstly, all of those ones now, so pretty much you've got link clicks just to the Zoom Discovery stuff. We can see it's 240, right? 240 people to click through. But what I'll get you to do is just on the left-hand side, on that most recent one, right? So on the left-hand side, the 9 dots again, where you see what they call flares and pixels is Events Manager. If you click on Events Manager, yeah, and just close that. Just scroll down, and actually just, oh, there you go. So 772 flares through the website in however many. Just scroll down a bit further, you can see it basically. You see it's got there 772 received, the last one 2 hours ago. So that's basically people going through the website, right? So, last time when we spoke in terms of, are they booking? That's the thing. Because sometimes with this sort of stuff, so you're a bit of a, what are we? We're probably 6 weeks, however long we are in doing this, right? But you're a sort of moving feast to a degree, right? Because you've kind of gone from a heavily sales focus, right, to a much more, particularly that video you just showed me then, right, to a much more sort of targeted to the customer that's saying, starting to look at it from the customer's perspective. I think that video will go better than the ones of Tony in front of a whiteboard. You know what I mean? I think it'd be good to test the difference of them, but we've already got enough detail to show us that to a degree, right? The issue, I would say, if I'm sitting in your seat at the moment is, okay, I'm your social media marketer, not your social media salesperson, right? So the issue at the moment is like, how do you get greater conversion from the 772 people that are, well, not 772 people, but let's say it's 500 people that are going through your website and going through the different pages, right? What's stopping them?
That's right.
Yeah.
What's the difference now compared to what I had with King Kong?
Well, as I said, probably in terms of just the spend becomes, well, the difference is, firstly, you're a softer approach. I can tell you that straight away. You're a much more social approach. But I say this to my people, Tony, if I only use social media marketing and Facebook advertising, I would have gone broke years ago. Right? I wouldn't have. So, what I think I might have said to you, what marketers call promotions, we actually call integrated marketing promotions, right? It's a multitude of what are you doing? Like for our business, the main two things that we use is business networking and social media marketing and Facebook advertising. At the
Yeah.
moment, what this is telling me is you could probably save money by not spending too much money on your ads. If I be perfectly honest, until you can work out why is it that they're not, if you're not getting the sort of result that you want to get, I don't know what you were spending with King Kong, but all this is proving is that we could get you 10,000 people through that. Let's say next month we're looking at this and it's telling us that, now you've got 1,500 people that are going through the website.
Right.
And you're still saying to me, okay, well, that's good. And we know we've got all the other things where really, let's face it, any one of our posts has your phone number and your email and all sorts of other things on, right? So again, that's why when we talk about the insights for social, so let's have a look at so that's just purely how many people are going through your website, right?
But
so if you click on your Facebook page insights, and this is yes, yeah.
Do these 772?
Yeah.
Are they going to the homepage of the Your Property Investing website, or are they going to the landing page?
No, they're predominantly going to that's the link that we've now. They're predominantly going to be going to your landing page.
Yeah,
because that's what we changed the ad to, right?
When do we change that?
We changed that, so you could click on the. If you go back to the actual ads part itself, you can see when we did that. There's the last time we spoke, right? So I think it's about 3 weeks ago now, or something along those lines.
Right.
So on the 9 dots again, if you go on the left hand side, yeah. Just right click on Ads Manager, right? Because I want you to know where you can find your pixels, because this is Facebook's learning, right? So an open link in new tab, just go there, yeah. And so this is where you can see what all your different ads are doing and how they compare. So on the right-hand side, if you now click on that Ads Manager tab that you just opened, right? So and just bring it across a little bit, so so that if you grab that bar down below on the bottom of the thing, so there's a bar that can make it go, yeah, bring it across a little bit, yeah, bring it across, right? Okay, and so this is how they're performing. So in actual fact, your per link click is actually not. This is what I said in the report as well, right? Your per link click for the new one to the landing page is actually not performing as well as what the previous one was performing. Right? So it's costing 82 cents. I've told you before, anything under $1 is actually pretty good, right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing. So 82 cents to get them to your landing page, not too bad. You've had over 7,300 people that have seen that ad. You've had 240 people that have clicked on it. You've had 18,000 means it's the same person more than once, right? So basically, so that's the machine learning. Because we've got that pixel turned on, it knows that that's a bloke in Williamstown or wherever it is, and he's come to the website, so we're going to give it back to him again, right? So we're going to keep serving it up to him, right? So if, as I said, if you scroll down with those other ones, so those other ones are a different thing. So those other ones are business and brand recall, right? So we try and get that because we want to get you a lot of reach. But you can see a lot of people have seen that. That also has your website link in there, but it's not the intent of that ad. Hence, they'll give you, for a far less spend, they'll give you a lot more reach. But the intent of that ad is just so that they'll see your brand, they'll see your detail in that post. And if they wanted to, they could click on the link. But what they're reporting on here is how many people have seen your ad and how many people they think remember you, right? It's saying at the moment, since we've been running that Aspiring Property Investor, they reckon 1,350 people know you now, basically.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the idea, is that they know of you, and that if they, I guess, the whole thing about top of mind, that sort of stuff. If you need a property coach or you need to speak to someone, then the idea is that they'll speak to you, right? So then you can see that one slightly further down. What's that one? That's an engagement, I think. It's got $1.27 per. Will you have enough super?
How do you scroll down?
Yeah. So there's a little bar on the right hand side again. I think should be anyway. If you bring your, so you might have to zoom out if you're not getting that. So if you go to your
where do you do that? Zoom out.
If you got something above those tabs that you can see, or no? Which talks about Chrome and zoom out. But what about if you just bring your cursor and just run your using a mouse and try and run your cursor slightly down that? So in other words, run. I wrote it in Basecamp. You could probably have a look there too. But yeah, I'm not quite sure. There should be the same bar that you have down the bottom is a bar. Yeah, that you should be able to go down there.
Well, this all stuff means Chinese to me, right?
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm trying to explain it to you. As I said, what I'm saying to you, if they're not clicking, then ultimately, you may have already seen the best that you're going to see at the moment around what you're going to get to people to your website. So I guess what my question to you, I mean, other than the things that I've talked to you about what you could be doing in addition on social media, what else are you doing for the business? How are you, if there was no social media, how did you used to get business and how are you getting business now?
Well, I used to go and do the talks on the building sites, but we can't do it because of COVID.
Yeah. So in my experience, social media and Facebook advertising just by itself is rarely a silver bullet, particularly for this sort of sale. Particularly for this, right? You literally have to sort of pick it up and look at what else you're going to do in terms of. I think, can you say you were working with people who are doing email marketing, that sort of stuff? Didn't you talk about that at one point?
That's only to my database there.
Because even that email marketing, right? Just in terms of adding that to the sort of thing. So as I said to you, I would say that less than 30% of my business comes as a result of social, and I'm a social media marketer and Facebook advertising, right? So, but coming straight off my website to me, you wouldn't have done that. I don't even know. I can't remember how you came across me. How did you come across me?
I think I did a Google search.
Did you?
Marketers.
Didn't someone tell you? I'm sure I would have written it down somewhere, somehow in terms of how we came across each other.
I'm pretty sure I did a search.
Because I couldn't believe that we hadn't come across each other in Williamstown. But anyway, I say to my marketers, because it's the number one thing, if people think that the social media marketing and the Facebook ads is going to make the sale for them, it's kind of wrong, right? So all it's going to do is bring people to the website, it's going to tell people your phone number and all that sort of stuff. It's going to encourage them to, I hate using the language, but it's going to bring you the source, the lead. But then the question is, how do you make sure they're doing things that you do? I do have some concerns around the visibility of click, but Wes's feedback on that was that he didn't think it was that big a deal. The fact that when you click on the connect, the booker thing, that it went down to the bottom of the page, he thought that was okay. But
that's
it is
always been.
Yeah, it is the thing that
I think this. Here's what I think it is. I think that these types of ads are attracting a different type of person. Because I think
it's a haystack. It's a haystack. But what we do know is, if you were to, we haven't got the. We did have the old report in terms of, remember the numbers that you were looking at in terms of, you were saying this is Chinese to you. It wasn't Chinese to me. Looking at what King Kong were charging you, and then what the cost per result was.
I'm not worried about cost, Steve.
And so that's the thing. So the cost, but but to your point, right, is that we've softened what they were putting out. So we've got rid of what I believed was a barrier, right? I believed you were coming at them like you were a sales. You were just it wasn't you. I don't believe it's part of you, but it's not the main part of you, right? You're, as you said, even in what you just shared before, speak to a property coach. I don't believe the guy that was advertising on King Kong in the way they were advertising and putting you forward. It kind of made you look a little bit sleazy, right? Does that make sense?
Well, it brought people to me that wanted to invest in property. That's
did
what
it?
did.
Well, did it? Well, so in terms of if that was what was happening on the link, then realistically, yeah. Again, I don't know if that's what happened. Then that's perhaps.
Well, I was starting to get.
Aren't we just using the same? Aren't we just using one of those ones? The ones we used initially is just a version of you in front of the whiteboard, right? So then coming through to that page.
Yeah, but what did you get a copy of the last of the ads that they were running when I got rid of them and changed over to you?
Yeah, I saw them all. Yeah.
Right. Well, they were the ads that were.
But I think it's more the connection through to the website potentially.
Sorry.
I wonder whether it's the connection through to the website.
Well, with their ads that they ran for me, if you look at the call to action, plus you look at the triple guarantees that was on the bottom, it was a lot of long copy ads that they ran. Yeah. And it took them to two places. It took them to the ebook landing page, or it took them to the Book of Strategy Call landing page. They're the only two places we ever sent people. And I was starting to get 1 to 2 bookings a day in the last month that I worked with them.
That surprises me in terms of 1 to 2 bookings a day. Yeah, that's not what when you first. Yeah,
I mean strategy call booking, and I had about 100 ebook downloads in the last month or so that I had King Kong working for me.
Really?
So that's why I'm finding it really surprising that no one's even downloading an ebook or no one's even booking a strategy call. I'm finding it really odd to work out why.
That's the connect between the social media and the website. I think what we need to probably do is almost book a time between you, me, and Wes to work out why that might be.
Yeah,
because that makes no sense to me in terms of looking at these and what's happening here.
Yeah.
Because I would have thought that because this is relatively skinny audiences. You know, if you go into your top, in terms of looking at the saved audiences that we've created, these are skinny, right? As in they're a haystack, which is what has to happen with Facebook advertising. You have to create a haystack, right? And it's not like direct email, right? But if you were getting direct sales / ebook connect through, then there's an issue between what's happening here and what's happening onto your website.
That's what I reckon. Something's not right.
So something's not happening the way that it means to happen.
No.
What I would do. So we've got a copy of that. We've got this conversation. I'm going to send this through because I'll send this video through just let Wes know that we've talked this about. This is the current results that's sort of happening. It's probably not comparing apples and apples because as you said, what were you spending from it? But my sense is, at the moment, I wouldn't want you to be spending $500 on advertising, right? Until you start telling me they're loading ebooks. I'm reserved, right? I'm thinking, okay, if they're not making ebooks, then hold your cash in your wallet for a minute until we work out why that's not happening. You know what I mean? Because these are big numbers, right? And in terms of what's happening, this is just the ad numbers too, right? In terms of, and by comparison to what you had been spending, it's relatively nominal in terms of you'd spend a lot more, right? Yeah. Fair to say, right? We have upped the spend. Just click back on the Facebook page itself, right? Just which is the 2 across, yeah. But if you can again go that 7 days, right? Click on 28 days for us. Just on that, so page summary. And again, this is Facebook only, but this is where we're spending money. So 40,000 people have been reached with your posts, right? That includes people that already know you, right? For a substantially reduced spend, and not just that, your engagement's up 181%, right? So at 8,540 is ridiculous, right? We don't see that often with people that we work with, right?
So what does that tell us? What's that mean?
So that's telling you that in the news feed, 40,364 people have seen your video or a post that Anthony's done on a daily basis or an ad in their news feed. They've seen it. And 8,540 have done something with it. They've watched a video, they've liked it, they've commented on it, and they've shared it. In the main, it's probably video because you can see that your video views is up 3,000%, 3,700, right? Right. That's how many more people have been watching your videos over the last month.
That's right? That's a 3-second view.
Yeah, 3-second view, correct. Right, sorry. Yeah, that's right. So in terms of, and that's clearly, but generally speaking, they don't count into engagement, right? That's just how many people are watching your video. So you've got engagement, you've got
how many video ads do you guys run?
For ourselves?
No, on mine. Or is it just a picture and some words?
No, it's all the ones that we've listed with what we talked about last time. But they're all videos at the moment. That's why.
Because
That's what they are.
I got videos going on Facebook all the time. I probably put one
Yeah,
up.
but that's
nearly
not the
week
problem
ago.
at the moment, Tone. I think the problem isn't you not loading up lots more videos or content. We've got an issue with you at the moment in terms of getting the people to take. So just so you know, it's not normal the reach you're getting. It's
Right,
not normal the engagement you're getting.
but it's
Right?
good.
It is. Yeah, it's not normal in a good way. Correct. Right. But it's largely on the basis that you're also spending. So your current spend is I think click on the right, just on the tab to the right. Your current spend I think is $20 a day at least. Right. So
Where's that?
on the right. So the tab on the right. Back into Ads Manager. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
back into Ads Manager. So. In fact, we just go back to the report. Really, that tells us how much you're spending over on the right. If you go back to Basecamp on the top left-hand side, you'll see the report what the current spend is, right? So we turned those other ones down so that one was going, and scroll up a little bit. So this is where we try and look. I'm a tradesman when it comes to reporting, mate. Just so you understand, is that the idea is this report when Anthony does them, he's really doing them for me, so I can go, okay, is this working? All the results, basically, as you can see here, are absolutely way up, right? So ads pixel 834. That's way more than you've had traffic in the last 28 days. That includes some transition, right, from the previous, right? So that so in terms of your flares are up. These are the ads you're running. You've got a $2.50 a day super and a $2.50. Those are two. They're both images of you, right? They're a super one. They're the initial one we ran. That's the only image that you're running. The rest of the ad, right? And it's the same ad. One is going. The original ones were $2.50 and $2.50 going just to the website. And then after we spoke last time, we took them all web click only. We're just trying to get traffic straight to the Property Success Discovery session. So that's what we've spent $10 a day, and so far you'd spent $145 on it, right? And that had enabled 6,300 people to see it at this stage, right? So what I'm saying to you is there's a disconnect. You're getting these thousands and thousands of people are seeing things, and they're actually going through to the website as well, but they're not thinking to take an action.
So when you say that the thousands of people are going through to the website, Steve, do you mean they're going to the Your Property Investing homepage, or are they going to the landing page?
No, when Wes puts a pixel behind the website, he picks it behind everything. So it's going to all of it, right? So
do we know that they're going to the actual landing pages? Do we know that?
You'd know that on your Google Analytics, but that's a Google Analytics bag, not a social media bag, right? So I can only tell the flares. So,
but let's say, for instance, these ads that we're talking about here, right?
Yeah.
They would have a link on there.
Yeah. So you've got a pinned, exactly. Yeah.
That I click to, and that would take me to.
Correct.
We should know which. So these ads, the link goes to the landing page.
And because of the way we do it, you can click and test any of those ones, Tony. They're all sitting on your wall, right? So basically, I'm sure one of them's pinned.
I don't see any ads on my. None of these ads come up.
No, these are all on your page wall, and just click on. No, you're not in the target audience.
Yeah, they never come to me. No.
But basically because they don't get shown to people who already follow the page, right? So basically
on the Your Property Investing.
So if you click on that there, right? So you'll see if you now go on the left-hand side and click on the actual page itself. See on the left-hand side under the Facebook symbol, on the left-hand side underneath, click on that, right? And so every one of your ads, just so you understand, if you scroll down a little bit, right? And scroll down, and the pinned ad to your popular page, not that people come necessarily to the page, but it's just we like our clients to know where they can find their ad. So you can see straight away that this is one that's already been promoted. But scroll down, scroll further down, and you get to the pinned post. Sorry, here, right? So see if you scroll here and see disclaim your free. Not there. So but that's also in there. But that's not what they're going to click on. They're going to click on the ad. So if you go back,
hang on, how do I get out of there?
But that's okay. So go back to the ad and scroll down just a little bit. See it's got get offer. Click on the get offer, right?
Oh, get offer.
Yeah. That's what most people. That's what they call the call to action button.
Well, that's not going to the land. Where's that going to? Hang on, what's that? Oh yeah, that's going to the book of strategy.
That's going to the one you told us to do, right? So
I got it.
Yeah. And so the other ones were the earlier ones we did, and after the last session, I do have to get on with my day a little bit, but I'm going to take the call off. I think there's an element of, I don't budget long calls every month. I know you're frustrated. There's an element of frustration, but for me, it's a bit like there's probably some questions we need to ask of Wes. If there's some connect issue, where ads that you were running before, whilst they were costing more, and I would question that they were going just to this page. I think we know that now, right? So that's the same thing. But so are your ads now, right? So is the main $10 a day ad is going to here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I would ask Wes is, maybe I'll do it for you. I'll put it in the thing. Look, here, Anthony, we've got you on everything now. Wes, we just finished the conversation off today. Is that Tony is not seeing people, even though we can see that they're coming through. Facebook's telling us they're going through the website. Do you or can you tell Tony where he can see his Google Analytics so that you basically can understand what they're doing when they're on those pages, right? Because that's what Google Analytics tells you. Okay. And to a degree, that's probably what you pay somebody like King Kong for as well, because they're creating an extra promise, right? Is that, they're managing probably the website as well. Did they have their fingers on this as well or no?
I don't know, to be honest.
Right, yeah. So, because that's the quandary, right? So for me, there's a few things you can do from a social media perspective to get the word out more to the people that is in your network, but I don't think that it's the marketing communications at the moment. It's just the fact that it's getting them to do what you want them to do. Did you say that 1300 isn't working too, right?
Yeah, I went on there yesterday, tried to ring it, and for some reason it's not working. So that's something I'll look at from my end.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. So sometimes there's an element, Tony, is like realistically, I get to a point where it's when I look at the numbers that you're getting,
mm-hmm.
It's a bit like, okay, there's an element that it goes beyond my pay rate. Once it goes, you know what I mean? Once I sort of see that what is working and I know what we're achieving from the social media, it starts to become beyond what we do into the world of your website and your web analytics and connectivity that starts to be. But that's where I think probably a good conversation with and it may be that Wes needs to tell me that there's something that, from a connectivity that's not perhaps doing what it should be doing. But when we've asked him before, he said the pixel and everything is up there and that's doing what it should be. Mm-hmm. I would just, that's his bag. And I think he already had a look and you had and you've already done a few tweaks and changes. Maybe because we looked at the homepage, maybe we just need to make sure that this page is doing exactly that. Just maybe we need to ask him about this page as a landing page, not just the website, right? The homepage. Maybe that's the other thing, because that's where our spending effort is now going, right? Is going to this page.
Yes.
It's actually split half virtually, but yeah, realistically, they can click to this page as well. So, I as I said, I reckon we've probably covered anything that we can today. But I'll put in a little message to him, and just maybe ask that he give it some thought as to why it might be, or what else could we be doing to get that next step, right?
Okay. Because he understands all your numbers, doesn't he? I presume.
Oh, well, the numbers, as I said, you've got zero concern from the numbers perspective, right? As I said, from the numbers perspective, for me, it's just to shake your head. But to me, there's an element of, I see it at times. Sometimes it's because they're startup businesses, they're not much job.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's because they're not competitive on the market, right? Sometimes, because, maybe they just don't get that this is a free session. Maybe they're seeing 200, 300K or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe they're just not quickly enough. Look at the screen we're seeing here now, right? We're looking at, that's your real estate as far as what I'm coming to, right?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
what I mean?
This is what was working.
Yeah, well, that's right. So I mean, that's I can't refute that. But as you said, and all I can say is that from a pure social media numbers, the numbers are better. And at far less cost. And as I said, it's an exercise in trial, realistically. And so there's nothing I would be telling you from a social media at the moment to do different, other than those couple of things, as I said, where you can spread the message out, do a little bit of organic stuff, right? And you can be sharing it to groups potentially, and that sort of thing that we did also speak to about. But again, that's just probably saving you money. If they're not calling when 40,000 people are already seeing it, I guess the 1-300 number doesn't help. But in other words, if they're not contacting you when 40,000 people are seeing it in a month, and you're saying no one's contacting you, then that's that's a concern.
They're not even downloading an ebook, so it's weird. All right, well, look, I'll talk to Wes and see if he can have a look at this from this side of things and see if I can try to figure out what's happening here, if something's not right or something's not working for something.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what he promotes himself as being able to do, right? So he's a web developer, but at the end of the day, he wants them to stick and do what they're supposed to do. So, I would really, I'll put in, as I said, it won't be long, but I'll just ask him to put his brain to it because, from my end, I get flares to your website and I get the social media insights, and they're all very healthy. Yeah. So, in fact, they're far more healthier than what they were looking for King Kong, which is more than scratch your head, right? So, because, ultimately, how do you get the best of both worlds? There's an element of like, why isn't it the moment for the spend and for the reach and the insights you're probably getting on your actual posts? How do you get the benefit of that as well as the 1 to 2 click-throughs or whatever? Not the click-throughs, the actual booking or whatever that's happening. But I would put it to you that, as I said, it's always a bit of a risky strategy, if it is only a Facebook advertising strategy.
I understand that. I got it. What if we run one of the King Kong ads for a month?
That, based on what's happening at the moment, that would do nothing for you. Those ads, the way they were written, I think the issue is a connectivity issue, right? So it's potentially how they were connecting it through. That's what I think.
You think it's a technical issue?
I think there's an element of how they were connecting it through. Because funnily enough, I remember a similar one with where someone was using HubSpot, where they're paying the HubSpot's expensive. It's a whole in manager, right? You can throw your social media, your email, everything all in one together. And they had a similar issue, right? They were spending a bomb on advertising, and then one day it just stopped, right? So then I came in, and because they were doing it via HubSpot, again, there was a connectivity issue, I think. So whilst we were able to get them back to the numbers that they were achieving, there was still a connectivity issue within however the platforms were talking to one another, potentially, right? So
all right. I need to talk
and look, the perfect truth is, we are not social media salespeople at the end of the day. So I and I don't mean this in a way as that we don't enable people's sales, but there is that element of the digital agency that sort of claims that they'll get it through. It is probably because somebody was telling me it's one butt to kick, right? So when you talk to King Kong, the good thing is you only have to kick one butt. You know what I mean? If it's not working, you just kick the one butt. Probably one of the issues of when you're using actually specialists in the social media, and then you're specialists in your web development and the SEO and that sort of thing, is you got multiple butts, but you kind of need to make sure that in this case, I think there is, as you said, a connectivity and technical issue with what's perhaps happening at the moment.
Yeah, there's got to be something. There's got to be something.
Because the numbers are too good for it not to be delivering what you're hoping for. Right?
No, absolutely. I've got to get to the bottom of it and find out what it is.
Yeah. So, I think we'll get there. But also I think that if we don't, then, as you said, you might the reality becomes, well, really, okay, how do you do your ads? If in terms of how do you get that connectivity? But my reality at the moment is we need to work out what's the issue with why they're not clicking on it. You know, as I said, I think it's technical, but I also think there's a, you know, just a visual eye. Again, it's outside of my realm, but a visual eye, and you could probably do that a little bit. It's just maybe asking a few people in the network when they sort of came in, those ones that did book, you know, maybe asking, you know, it's unfortunately you can't ask the people that didn't book a plan, right? You can only ask the people that did book a plan. Yeah. So, but my immediate thing is we're promoting this free free session, and yet what I can see on the screen at the moment doesn't talk free anywhere until you scroll down. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah, and so I reckon if there's a way we can get that button up higher or whatever it is, book the free session, maybe that needs to be above where it says build wealth without the stress, right? We need to be able to immediately see it, and we need to know that this is the same offer, right? You know, that basically we're telling people about, you know, because that's a good offer. You know, that's the other thing that marketers will tell you. That's a good offer, right? You're talking to us professional, and there's some value. You're telling me how much it's valued. Book a free, and that's what you'd probably have. You'd have book a free, and you've probably got it further down, right?
Well, it's just under the video.
Exactly. You'd say book a free, valued at, right? Claim your free session, valued at, right? But that block yellow thing needs to be probably where they open up straight away, maybe. That's one immediate thing you might try.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, I need to have a chat to him, mate.
Yeah. All right, mate.
Okay, buddy.
Thanks, Tony. Well,
thanks,
good
mate.
to speak with you.
Too,
I'm sure we're getting there.
Yeah, no, we'll try and figure it out.
I'm sure we're getting there. Thanks, Tony.
Right,
have a good